So besides you being Whitebeard and pirate, you have any hobbies besides doing all your voice acting and stuff like that?
Well, I like to read. I go to cons. I go to conventions, which has become actually more than a hobby. It's really become a great thing. And I've been going to more and more conventions, especially in the last couple of years, since, guess what? Since my Whitebeard Funko Pop came out last year. And then that was in March last year, and my Ginyu Funko Pop came out in November. And all of a sudden, I seem to be more attractive to conventions. They seem to want me more, which is wonderful. Sure, you want me to sign that for money? Sure. Hand me money, I'll sign anything you got. And so the Funko Pops have been great. And so I used to go to 4 conventions a year, maybe for a number of years.
I'm trying to go to every convention.
I'm sorry?
That day. I try to go to every convention in the world.
I'd like to go to all of them. I don't think I'll live that long. I will tell you, personally, the thing that makes me happiest right now is to be with Victoria, my beloved ex-wife. My ex-wife and I are partners once again. We knew each other in college. We were just friends in the theater department at SMU. I'm a couple of years older than she is. She went off, transferred to another school, got married, and I, went off and did my thing for a while. And we would run into each other a couple of times over the years. And in '85, she was living in New York, but happened to be in Dallas. And I had a night off from a show that I was rehearsing. And we both happened to go to a play at Theater 3 in Dallas, where I had worked before. Because we had a mutual friend in it. It was like, hey, Vicki, hey, Bruce, so nice to see you. And we had our first date 2 days later. And within 2 months, I had moved up to New York to be with her. That was in 1985. And we got married in 1988. We got divorced in 2000. I went home to live with my widowed mother and was there with her for 17 years until her passing in 2017 at 98. And it's interesting. What was sort of interesting is that this is kind of personal and maybe a little sad, but not really. Our mothers happened to pass away exactly 2 weeks apart. My mother died on Valentine's Day in 2017, and Vicki's mom died on the 28th, exactly 2 weeks later. And in between there, we had a memorial for my mother, and Victoria came and spoke at my mother's memorial, which was very sweet. And she was very funny and very sweet about my mother. And then her mom passed away, and she had a memorial for her mom. And I went to that and got up and spoke impromptu. And it was very emotional for both of us that time. But we kind of looked at each other again and went, oh yeah, you. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you. I still care about you. Yeah, I still care about you too. And we started dating again. And I had to court her. I had to court my ex-wife. I courted her for months. I would drive from my house to her house, which is the house that we used to live in together in the 90s.
How far away? How far away? You got to count the minutes too.
Well, it was a good half hour. Good half hour. I'd knock on the door, and we'd go out to dinner, and I'd bring her back to the house, and at first I would kiss her at the door, and she would go inside, and then she would let me in, and maybe we would kiss a little inside. And so it was a process. But in 2019, we realized that we were very much in love, and more than we ever had been before. We probably never should have gotten married, actually. We were better friends than we were spouses when we were married.
Keep telling yourself that.
But we got back together in 2019, and it's been the best thing that ever happened to me. And she will tell you the same. It really is wonderful to find each other again as old people. After what we say is we just took a little 19-year break from our marriage. There we go. And we're back together, and our friends just love it because they loved us as a couple, and then everybody was sad when we got divorced. So now I'm with Victoria. I'm with the most wonderful woman in the world, and there is nothing I'd rather do than just spend time with her. She usually comes to conventions with me, as a matter of fact. She wasn't able to this weekend because my family all came in from out of state for the eclipse on Monday. Because in Dallas, you'll be able to walk out your front door, cloud cover willing, and see the total eclipse of the sun. That's a very, very rare thing.
Can I go too?
I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
If you can get there, I think traffic's going to be a little bad from now until then. Yeah, cloud cover is going to be a problem. Anyway, so she stayed back in Dallas today, and this was just one day for me, so I was able to take one night off. I'll be flying back home tonight. But she usually goes to conventions with me. She's my handler. She's wonderful with the fans as they come out and talk to them while I'm busy signing stuff and drawing stuff and making a fool of myself over here. She's taking the money and being nice to people, and I don't have to be nice to people. I just sign my name. Anyway,
What do I say?
so that was the long answer. That's what makes me the happiest.
That's
I feel so lucky. I feel so lucky.
And it's a blessing to find still and rekindle love after so long.
Old people in love. Old people in love. It's just so cute.
So are you telling us that from beyond the grave, your mama set you up on a date?
Sort of. Yes, our dead mother set us up on a date. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, I'll bet you some of the whites you are saying, you see.
You get it, old man.
You
You
see,
get it.
his answer to the obvious, he loves me.
How did we get on that? That's my fault. I'm sorry. I babbled. Put a microphone in my hand. I babbled. All right, you got more here? We want to take a question.
Definitely.